Wow, for today's hike, I think it's December 11th, 2022. And here we are in the middle of winter. Well, December anyway. And it's almost 50 degrees. Pretty bright outside, looks good, and we're getting an early enough start. Let's see what we're gonna find today on our Old Man Jim hike. Now we're in Rutland Town, and I know this because that was the Rutland Municipal Building, and they were putting on their Christmas lights. So now we're heading a little further into what might be West Rutland, and again it was snowing. And so the ground conditions are a little muddy and slippery, and there's still some ice in some places. So this way we still get the exercise in, but we're not going to break our neck. I'm here between Rutland Town and West Rutland now, and it's just kind of a cool Vermont scene. Let me show you. So here I am in the town of West Rutland, which has a really interesting history. The history here is that the Italians, the Polish, and the Irish all had a claim to this city at one point or another, because this is where all the marble quarries were, or at least the companies that quarried the marble in the area. And sometimes they still do, I think. And they send like a slurry, which is what they make the countertops out of, and even toothpaste. And the other thing about West Rutland is it's about 4.17 miles from my house. So that's how far we've walked so far today. Not too bad for an old guy, right? And this is where we had our Latin Mass, St. Bridget Church, last Sunday, and where we'll have a Latin Mass, a traditional tridental Latin Mass, here in the Rutland area, I guess, once a month from now on. Oh my gosh! How did you ever find my offices here conveniently located on the corner of 4 and 4. That is so cool. Jim Riley's Appalachian Trail Training Productions. Okay, here we are about 6 miles away from my house. That's all, but look how country-ish it is. Very country-ish, very Vermont-ish. Oh my gosh, we got some construction things going on, and then off in the distance we're starting to see some more buildings again. It appears that now we're leaving West Rutland and we're walking into Ira, Vermont. This is what is in Ira, Vermont. Oh my gosh, I'm walking into Castleton from Rutland, Vermont, into so many different towns, and now we've gone to Rutland Town, West Rutland, Poultney, and Ira, and now we've made it into Castleton. And I gotta tell you, the people in Ira were so friendly. They came out of their homes to give me bottles of water and fruit, fresh fruit, bananas. How cool is that? Now this is quite the hike, all the way to Castleton from Rutland, Vermont. I am so stoked and so happy that I made it all this way. We're actually at Castleton, home of Castleton University. Okay, hello again. Hey, I'm back in Rutland. That was kind of scary because I really got carried away, walked into Castleton, all stoked and happy and everything that I made it that far. And I barely caught what I think might have been the last bus back to Rutland. Otherwise, I would have had to walk down those dark, deserted highways, and God knows if I would have made it back on time, or made it back at all, made it back on live. Okay, so anyway, this is Jim Riley again, reporting from Rutland, Vermont. By the way, this is the Riley House in Rutland, Vermont. My wife wanted me to make sure I let everybody see our house. And this is more of the Riley house. By the way, that wreath there, or snowflake, my wife made herself.